What if the king of pop's death wasn't just a tragic overdose, but a culmination of hidden pressures, medical negligence, and a life under relentless scrutiny that pushed him to the brink? Welcome to Death Celebrity, where we uncover the untold stories behind the world's most infamous departures. Today, we dive deep into the enigmatic demise of Michael Jackson, the unparalleled icon whose moonwalk captivated billions, yet whose final curtain call on June 25, 2009 remains shrouded in controversy and concealed truths. Officially, the Los Angeles County Coroner's report ruled his death a homicide due to acute Propofol intoxication combined with benzodiazepines, administered by his personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, who was later convicted of involuntary manslaughter and served 2 years in prison. But peel back the layers and you'll find a far more complex narrative, one riddled with systemic failures in celebrity healthcare, the dark underbelly of fame's demands, and whispers of foul play that refuse to fade. Jackson, at just 50, was gearing up for his This Is It comeback tour, a grueling 50-show residency in London that promised redemption after years of scandals, including child molestation allegations that, though acquitted, left him emotionally scarred and financially strained. Critics argue that the immense pressure to perform, fueled by promoters like AEG Live, who reportedly pushed him despite visible frailty, exacerbated his insomnia and dependency on dangerous sedatives. Propofol, a powerful anesthetic typically reserved for surgical settings, became his nightly escape, dubbed "milk" in his inner circle, highlighting a reckless normalization of medical risks among the elite. Educational insights here reveal the perils of polypharmacy. Jackson's cocktail included lorazepam, midazolam, and diazepam, drugs that depress the central nervous system and, when mixed, can halt breathing, as they did in his case, with no proper monitoring equipment present. Yet, hidden facts emerge from autopsy details often glossed over. Severe weight loss to 136 pounds on a 5'9" frame, chronic lung issues from lupus and vitiligo, and needle marks suggesting long-term IV drug use, painting a portrait of a man battling not just addiction but autoimmune diseases and the psychological toll of a childhood stolen by stardom under his father's abusive regime. Conspiracy theorists point to inconsistencies, like the delayed 911 call and Murray's questionable credentials. He was a cardiologist, not an anesthesiologist, fueling speculations of deliberate sabotage, perhaps tied to Jackson's massive debts or disputes over his music catalog, which included Beatles hits valued at hundreds of millions. While mainstream media dismissed these as tabloid fodder, a critical analysis shows how the pharmaceutical industry's aggressive marketing of opioids and sedatives in the 2000s contributed to a broader epidemic, with celebrities like Jackson becoming unwitting victims of overprescription. His story educates us on the ethics of medical practice. Murray's $150,000 monthly salary from Jackson created a conflict of interest, prioritizing the star's whims over safety protocols, a pattern seen in other high-profile cases like Prince or Heath Ledger. Moreover, Jackson's racial identity struggles, his skin lightening often misattributed to self-loathing rather than vitiligo, underscore societal biases that amplified his isolation, potentially worsening his mental health. In critiquing the system, we see how fame's machinery chews up artists. The lack of intervention from family, like the Jackson siblings who staged failed rehabs, or industry enablers who ignored red flags for profit. Ultimately, Michael Jackson's death wasn't merely an overdose, it was a preventable tragedy exposing the hidden fractures in celebrity culture, where vulnerability is exploited and true accountability remains elusive. As we reflect, remember, behind every legend lies a human story begging for compassion. If this unraveling of myths resonates, hit subscribe for more deep dives on Death Celebrity, because every ending has secrets worth revealing.